Alright guys, so many of you know that I've taken a few days off of YouTube due to a lot of negative things that have happened in my life really recently, and I told you guys that I'd be honest with you guys and tell you soon what has been going on. So it is now that time. So basically I'm going to start from the beginning and then I'm going to tell you till the end, till right now, so you're going to understand everything without anything left out. Alright, so in this video I may look, you know, kind of uncomfortable or be a little upset or shaky, and it's just because I actually am. You know, it's not a happy topic. I'm not excited to tell you guys this thing. And yeah, so anyways, many of you guys know already that I used to help out this kid, and his name is Jake Watson, and I kind of met him through my one friend. So my one friend Noah introduced me to this other girl that was his follower, and then I met her and then we became friends, and then now she was apparently one of his fans, and then she introduced me to him, and I saw him and I was like, you know what, this kid has potential. And you know, I don't usually reach out to people. I don't usually help a lot of people. I've been screwed over a lot of times in the past, so it's kind of hard to get me to want to help somebody. But all I realized is when I first started social media, the one thing that I've always wanted was someone to help me. So whenever I see someone who has potential and someone who has something going for them, I always try to reach out and help them, because you know, that's the one thing I wanted, so why not give it to somebody else? Anyways, I met him, and the first thing we started talking, and the first thing I offered him to do is I said, you know, I'm starting YouTube, and I was like, you'd be really good at YouTube. And he's like, oh, well, I don't have a camera, I don't have a computer, I don't have anything. And he was telling me all these things, and I was like, you know, I see potential in you and I want to help you. So I was like, all you gotta do is film. I was like, do you have an iPhone 6 or higher? And he's like, yes, I have the iPhone like whatever plus. And he told me, and I was like, okay, that's perfect. So I was like, all you have to do, film your vlogs, film some vlogs, film a 5-minute video, send it to me, and I'll edit everything for you, no strings attached, just you send me everything, I'll edit it. He was like, alright. So I met him, and all he was more concerned about is Musically, and I was like, dude, the thing is, I'm more focused on YouTube, I'm not really as focused on Musically, so I want someone who's gonna focus on YouTube with me. I was like, so if you're not like focused on this, you don't have to be, I'm not forcing you to be. And he's like, no, I'll do it. I was like, alright. So basically, the only thing I told him I'd ever help him with was YouTube. And he also wanted to work on Twitter, and he also wanted to work on Musically. Now, he thinks Musically is the best app ever, and that's what's gonna grow everything, and I disagree. So basically, he was constantly asking me every day, oh, can I have your Musically account? Can I have another Musically account? Can you give me a Musically account? Can you, like, every single day, that's all he would talk about. And I was just like, dude, I'm working with you on YouTube, and I just gave him a Twitter account that has 14,000 followers. So I had this account, I gave it to him, and had 14,000 followers on Twitter, and he started using that. And I was like, this will help promote your YouTube, because Twitter promotes YouTube really good. So, you know, he's sending me his videos, I'm editing, uploading, finding the thumbnails, doing everything for him. He's doing 10 minutes a day on the Twitter account, and then he was starting to get into a cycle where he was finally understanding how to do it. And I was like, okay, now we have 5 Twitter accounts total. One was my personal, one was that I gave him, and I had 3 other ones that were just ones to help promote other accounts. So he decides that, oh, you know what, since I'm taking 2 to 3 hours a day just editing his YouTube videos, he's like, I'll do all the Twitters every day. So he was like, I think he did it twice, all the Twitters every day, because I didn't usually like him doing mine, and I didn't like him doing my other account also, because I have another account that's like kind of a backup account in case mine ever gets hacked or anything happens, that I have something else to fall back to, of course. So he decides that he would throw himself on it, so I let him onto my Twitter account and my other Twitter account, so he's logged in on all 5 of my Twitter accounts now. Now remember, I let him use this Twitter account that has the 14,000. I have now given him I made him a YouTube account. I do all the editing every single day for 30 days. I was editing every single one of his YouTube videos. I was making every single thumbnail. I was doing all the bios. I was doing all the hashtags. I was doing everything that needed to get done to upload his channel and make him a YouTuber. Now, he was doing the Twitters, and some days he'd miss the Twitter, some days he'd be late on the Twitters, he'd always have an excuse, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, he'd always tell me something, and it just, one thing led to another. One day, a few times, 2 times, he went missing for 3 days because he had a sleepover at his aunt's house or whatever, and he couldn't talk to me at all or whatever. So I was like, you know what, that's your family, you know. He's like, oh, I have to go to church. I was like, okay, fine, go to church, I don't care. I didn't restrict him from doing some things with his family. He can do whatever he wants. Then he kept telling me, come on, can I have Musical.ly, can I have Musical.ly, can I have Musical.ly? And all he wanted to do is get crowned on Musical.ly. And I was like, okay, fine. If you want to get crowned on Musical.ly, here. Finally gave him an account. Now this account is not just an account. It has 200,000 followers. It actually had 207,000 followers. By the time he was done with it, it went down 13,000 followers because he changed it. And once he changed it, the first thing he did was he was promoting his Instagram, promoting his Snapchat, promoting all his social medias that I don't have contact with because he wanted to blow them up. And I was like, okay, I mean, I'm trying to help you. I want you to grow. So I'm like, I'm not saying anything. You know, I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, nothing sketchy about this. He's just trying to promote his other things. And I told him, I was like, dude, you should really be, you know, in the caption of Musical.ly, if you want to get yourself out there more, you need to use more hashtags and you need to engage with your fans more and talk to them, say things. Don't just like post, go follow me on Instagram, go follow me on whatever. And so he finally stopped doing that because I told him to stop. He changed his bio like 3 or 4 times. I kept changing it back because I told him how his bio should look. It was not professional. All he cared about was the followers.
You're a dick! You ain't thankful for your fans, it's kinda funny!
And I told him to stop. So, as time was going on, every single day I would be staying up, and he started getting slackier as time goes on. So like every day would go by and he would send me his YouTube videos, but you know, I tell him to send me the video the night before so I can get caught up because I have to edit not just his, but mine also. So I would literally be staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning editing his videos, uploading it by 4, and all he would be like is, okay, I'm going to bed now. So after he watches this video, he'd go to bed. And I'm like, so I stay up till 4 o'clock every day to edit your videos so you can go to bed then after I finish. So this whole time that we're supposed to be spending time together, getting to know each other, be friends, is me sitting behind a screen editing his YouTube videos, which was really stressful, really not enjoyable. So after I was doing all that, you know, he started getting slackier, and I made a thing with him. I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this 3-strike thing. You miss one thing, then you're done. So, you know, he's getting 1 strike after another, and you know, I wasn't really going with it. I was just bluffing, and I'm too nice of a guy to say, you know what, now I'm taking it all away. Like, I'm not like that type of person. I don't take people's things away. So I was like trying to push him, and then, you know, the 3 strikes thing wasn't working. I was like, okay, fine, this is what we're gonna do now. So then I continued to talk to him and come up with other ways to do things, and so then we decided that we were going to move into the next way of doing things. So I basically told him, I was like, alright, so this is how it's gonna work now, because I'm tired of being the nice guy and just letting you walk all over me and tell me your excuses and how, oh well, this happened and this happened, and every day he would have something else. And I was like, you know what, this is what's gonna happen. You don't send me the YouTube video the day before, you're not posting on Musical.ly the next day, and you're also not going live, because that's all he cared about. And I was like, dude, I'm not just helping you for Musical.ly, I was helping you for YouTube. And, you know, me and him did plan, like, in the future, we were going to be going to, like, California, moving in together, and all this crap. We were, like, best friends, literally, talking every single day. Also, guys, I want to add in that literally Jake didn't know how to start YouTube at all, and he didn't even want to start YouTube. Like, here's the video clip of him saying he didn't want to start.
Okay, so our first question's from Sterling. She said, what got you into YouTube? So actually my friend David Rosenberg, if you guys don't follow him on Twitter, @itsdrosenberg, he got me into YouTube. I didn't want to do it at first. I was like, I don't know, but he convinced me, so here I am.
But let's not forget how you got here.
So that video just said that I got him started with YouTube. Another thing that I did is I made a schedule. This was our schedule right here, guys, so you guys could all see. David and Jake. It had Monday through Sunday, and it had my name and his, and we each had different things. So every day I was editing 2 videos, uploading 2 videos, making 2 thumbnails, and doing everything. I was also helping him with Twitter, helping him with Musical.ly, and helping him with everything he needed help with. Any problem he was having help with. If like his fan, one of his fans, I'm not gonna say because you'll hear later in the video, would come on house party, and I would always be like, oh, this person's on, and he'd be like, ugh, I don't want to talk to her. And like, it was just so upsetting that all these things he did, and what did he get out of it? Wow, you took 3 of my Twitters, hacked me? Wow. Let's see how far that gets you. And then it just all kept leading up, and he would always say to me, then he started getting into this thing after week 2. After week 2, he told me this. He was like, so, I don't like that you have access to my Twitter, my Musical.ly, and my YouTube. I don't like that, and I want that to change.
Now you got a few subscribers, and you think that you're the shit.
And I was like, I gave you the Twitter to use. I made the YouTube account, and the Musical.ly is my account also. They're all my account. I wonder how I have access to all of these things. So then he tells me he doesn't want me to have access to any of them because he's scared that in the future that they might just get taken away from him. And he doesn't want to put all this hard work into things that might just get taken away. And I assured him, I was like, if you don't just try to screw me over or do anything bad to me, I will never take your accounts away. I told him that. And, you know, he's like, oh, well, I just don't trust you. And I was like, you don't trust me? I was like, have I given you a reason why you would think I would take it away? And he's like, oh, well, you say it all the time. And I was like, no, I threaten you to push you to go harder and keep doing your work so you keep posting for your followers because they want to see you post. And he's like, well, I still don't trust you. And I was like, whatever.
I'm a dog, you're a puppy, call you calm.
Then next thing you know, a few days go by and I'm starting to get really angry because I'm like, dang, I'm doing all this work. I'm staying up every single day. I spend 3 hours a day just on his YouTube.
See, it starts with the talent, but it's hard when you got none.
Too much less focus on making sure he posted good musically and he's keeping up with Twitter and everything else that we're doing. I didn't have a life. I literally didn't have a life. I was so unhappy. I told him every single day that I was just so unhappy because I would be waiting for him to call me, to send me the videos so I could edit, so I'm not staying up till 5 in the morning. I'd call him every single day. Now I'm reaching out to him. He's not helping me in any way possible. I'm helping him. I'm doing everything for him. He hasn't done anything for me, and I'm the one who's suffering over here, trying to figure out why I have to stay up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to edit for this kid that doesn't give a crap about you, who just wants to use you for all. It was just like a thing that was just going through my head 24/7. Finally, this day came, and he said to me, and he's like, why are you being so mean to me? And I was like, FaceTime me, because like I hate texting. So I was like, FaceTime me. He ignored me, and I was like, that's weird. So he ignored me for 7 hours. And I was like, what's going on now? Like, I usually am waiting 3 to 4 hours, not 7 hours. So I'm waiting 7 hours. Next thing you know, I get a notification. Jake Watson posted Musically. Now, this is on my Musically account that I let him use. And he posted Musically. And I go to look at it. And he posted a shout out to another Musically account that he was making for himself. My followers, these are all my followers, my account, and he's shouting out another account. And it was something, and he was trying to build it up because he wasn't sure if I take away the Musically that he'd have anything else, and that's all he cared about is the Musically. He posted one, and I deleted it. Then he posted another one, I deleted it, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and no joke, he posted about 14 Musicallys promoting this account, and I literally every time deleted it until the point where I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. He's being extremely disrespectful. He's just using me, and my friend texted me and said he's seeing all this too, and he told me lock him out of the account. So I basically changed the password, locked him out of the account. Didn't delete anything, kept it the same, because you know I was gonna talk to him and then let him back on. And I was like, okay, you know what, you're done. And I texted him, he wasn't answering. Then, an hour later after that, I texted him saying, hey. So like I knew this whole time he was like on his phone because clearly he was posting Musicallys, and he's like, what's up? And I'm like, are you going to FaceTime me? And he's like, no, I don't feel like FaceTiming right now. And I was like, So then I'm going on like the YouTube because I'm like getting ready to upload a YouTube video, and I'm going on Google. So I would go to my YouTube, and I was in Jake's originally, and then it logged me out. And I was like, what the freak? Why did it log me out of the Jake's YouTube? I'm the only one who posts on his account. I'm the only one who edits the videos, the thumbnails, the everything. And I'm like, why did it log me out? So Jake wanted to lock me out of the YouTube before I could take that from him also, because you know he only had 30,000 fans on Musically, getting 500 likes, so he thought that that was really inactive. So the fact that he's getting so many views on YouTube now because all my followers, like I shouted it out a few times and I was helping him get it up, and all my followers were really helping him out, and he decided he was gonna snatch that. So he locked me out of the YouTube. Now he doesn't have access to Musically, and I'm texting him, I'm like, Jake, I was like, why'd you lock me out? And he's like, oh, I'm changing the password. And he came up with all this excuses and crap about how he did that. I was like, you do know I'm the only one who edits your videos. You don't edit your videos. You don't even do anything with your videos. He's like, I know, I'm just like right now, and that's what he's doing, his excuse. So I call him, and I'm talking to him, and he is all about trust, where he doesn't trust me. And I was like, okay, well, this is something that you can trust me. I'm not hacking your Twitter. I'm not taking it away from you. I said, clearly, if I wanted your Twitter, I would have hacked you right now, and I would have taken it back, and you wouldn't have had access to it. He decides that he's going to, while he's talking to me, lock me out of the Twitter. So he goes and changes the password, locks me out of the Twitter. Now I'm not logged in on his main Twitter account. That's one of the 4 that he had access to, plus mine, which is I'll get to. So there's 1 of 5 that he locked me out of already. So I'm like, did you just lock me out of your Twitter account? He's like, no, what do you mean? And I continued to talk to him, and I didn't think that he would ever go to this extreme to go on to the next part, which is about to happen. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, so why'd you just lock me out of your Twitter account? And I go on to another one of my Twitter accounts because I had 3 other ones that were like backup accounts if I ever get hacked. So they're like the backup accounts. And I'm going into that and it logs me out. And I'm like, Jake, did you just log me out of my other one? And then I look at the other one. I'm like, holy crap, he's logging me out of all of these. And I'm talking to him and I'm like, Jake. And he's like, what? And he comes on the camera and then goes like this, taps it, hangs up on me.
Feels good, huh?
So I'm like texting him and I'm like, you don't need to do this. I was even telling him and talking to him while he was doing it. I was like, you know, we could just forget about all this and just start over. And he basically told me that he knew at any point that I could take everything away, so he'd rather take it now instead of wait till if it would have happened later, even though he said that there was nothing that I did that showed that I was gonna take it away then. He just didn't want to risk it later and he wanted to take all the followers. So he didn't only hack one of my Twitter accounts, he hacked all 4 of them.
Weak, it's every day, bro. Do you give up at night? We 24/7, man. You picked the wrong fight.
So that was a very, very, very big thing that happened in my life 2 days ago. I've been screwed over by many people in the past, but I've never been screwed over so much. I was literally, I don't even know how to describe it. I was just broken. I was so upset. I couldn't even describe. I was just like, dang. This guy, I literally posted 15 videos or something on his channel every single day. Took me 3 hours to film, like edit each one, upload, and do all the thumbnails. And all I got every day is, oh, looks good, and oh, you should have done this better, or something like that. And he didn't edit any of them. And every single day just never was good enough. And then he basically just stabs me in the back, steals the YouTube I've worked so hard on, takes the 4 Twitter accounts, 3 of them that didn't even have his face on that were mine originally. I think 3 of them he worked on for 2 days and now he thought they were all his. Those 4 Twitters I've been working on for 2 years and he snatched them all from me. All of them. I've been working on them for 2 years. But he thinks they're his. One of the things that I didn't mention also is while I was working with Jake, you know, social media is not easy. If it was easy, everyone would become famous. And I told him that if you were wanting to work with me, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of FaceTiming, a lot of effort, and he knew what it was in the beginning, but he didn't know it was going to be to this extreme. He would only ever FaceTime me at night, the 3 hours I was editing his video, and he would maybe stay on an hour or 2 after, and that was it. He'd always be hanging out with his family would always be filming his stuff, he'd always be doing stuff, and he constantly said all I did is take him away from his family. When I told him this in the beginning, that there are some sacrifices you're gonna have to take. So, you know, going from spending all the time in the world with your family to, you know, only a little here and there, and coming and talking to me also to make sure that your social media is getting built up too, and I'm helping you out, is another thing you have to do. So he wasn't really happy with that.
I'm a savage, you are average. I'm a beast, I'm going wild. This song will be the death of you.
Alright, Jake, I'm speaking directly to you. I hope you're happy with those 4 Twitters and YouTube accounts. All that I made, built up, and let you use. Don't worry. It was only 2 years of my hard work destroyed within 3 weeks of working with you. As you being very religious, stealing and lying is a sin. You should know this, speaking you go to church 3 times a week. But wow, you hacked me. To look more famous? Good job. Then when I think you couldn't get any lower, you go and lie about me telling you to commit suicide. As if that was a joke. My real supporters can see right through you. You're the reason people have trust issues. Bullying your way to the top won't get you far. Social media people will know who you are. Being fake and social climbing will make you keep on declining. And now I'm done rhyming. Hopefully, Jake, you will take something from this and learn that being fake won't get you far. And now to the more relevant people, my beautiful and loving supporters. I just wanted to thank you for always being here for me. Through ups and downs, you guys mean the absolute world to me. Stay smiling and never let anyone bring you down. Just because I'm at a low point right now does not mean I'm gonna stay down. I'm going up, and I'm never coming back down. Alright guys, so now that you just listened to me for forever, I'm going to transition into somebody else who has literally been there every single day that me and Jake were FaceTiming and talking. So it was one of mine and Jake's friends, and we're gonna go right into her right now. So
hey guys, it's Emily. So I know that this is a very depressing and upsetting topic, but I'm naturally a person that's always smiling and upbeat and happy, so I'm gonna try to keep this video a little bit more upbeat as well. I'm also not siding with anyone on this. I was just on a lot of calls with both David and Jake pretty much every single night, so I'm just gonna be sharing my opinion on everything that Jake did, because a lot of it was really screwed up. The first thing is that he did call me sushi, and I just found this very offensive and obviously racist, because it's actually a Japanese thing and I'm actually Chinese, so that's clearly racist. And calling anyone something just to call them that when it is what is that word? Obviously, saying something about someone because of a certain nationality is stereotypical, but to actually say it makes it seem really racist, and I was personally very offended about it, and I always told him to stop, but he would just go on and on and on and continue calling me it even though I asked him to stop. Not only was he racist, but he was also very much against transgenders. He would always be saying negative things about them, and I believe personally that anyone should be allowed to be who they want to be, whatever sexuality they want, even if it is transgenders or anything. The entire LGBTQ club needs love and to be appreciated, so I just thought that this was completely screwed up for him to be saying transgenders shouldn't exist in the world, because they should. So we also had this little sub competition, that's fun to say. We also had a subscriber competition between David, Jake, and I, where we basically were all wanting to hit a certain goal on a particular night for subscribers wise, and obviously the amount of subscribers doesn't matter, but it is nice to have subscribers in order to have a fan base, and having a lot of subscribers just makes someone happy, because then there's more people that you're sharing your vibe with, sharing your personality and sharing your interest with, and it's just more fun when there's more subscribers. But it's not about that. But Jake thought it was. Jake hit it first, but he was bragging about it to both me and David, and he was like, ooh, I hit it first, yay me. But yet he wasn't ever even truly grateful about his fans at all. One person named Prit, who was a longtime fan of Jake, she basically would come on house party, and David would get the notification for it whenever we were talking, and David would be like, hey look, your wife is on, as a little joke or whatever. Jake would just be like, ugh, I don't want to talk to her. What the heck? That was so screwed up, because if you actually genuinely care about your subscribers and fans, you would want to talk to them, but he was literally going and talking behind her back. I don't know, I just feel like fans should be treated like friends. I'm a YouTuber myself, and I love interacting with my fans. They are literally all my friends, and I think everyone should feel that way about their fans. But Jake literally was so ungrateful for everything that David did for him, because David was constantly doing things for Jake. That's all David ever did. He was staying up till 3 a.m. to edit not only his own videos, but also Jake's videos. And it takes a lot of work to edit a video. It takes several hours between thumbnail and filming and editing, and Jake wouldn't even always send David the video for him to edit. So it was just this continuous thing. He would always come up with an excuse of not being able to send a video or something like that. I always saw David whenever this was happening, when Jake was coming up with these excuses, and it was just heartbreaking to see David like this, because I've known him for 4 years, and he always wants to help people, and that's all that he was trying to do. And Jake was just very ungrateful, always coming up with excuses. That's my personal opinion on Jake. As I said though, I'm not taking sides, but seeing David like this was genuinely heartbreaking for myself. But yeah, that's it for me. So peace the freak out. You bet I'm saying it. Back to you.
Well guys, I hope you got a better understanding of what has been going on in my life for the past 4 weeks. It's been very stressful, very broken. I've been very, very upset. I've been very stressed constantly, and I hope you guys understand now. I would never lie to you guys. I'm only telling you guys, I swear, the honest truth. I love you guys all so much, and I've been here for 4 years, guys. He just started. Who would you trust? I literally only tweet to you guys. I DM you guys. I talk to you guys all the time about this crap. About how you guys can't kill yourselves, how I care so much about you and you're all worth it. Don't ever let someone change your mind on me. Just because he hacked my Twitter accounts and you guys are all following all of them too, just remember who was there first. I was always here for you. Okay? Anyway guys, I'm not doing a shout out in this video, but if you guys want to, please subscribe below if you're a new viewer. And give this video a thumbs up, it'd mean a lot. I worked really hard and I just wanted to be completely honest with you guys. I haven't been posting on YouTube because I've been so stressed and upset lately, and I hope this really opened your eyes and you guys understand everything I've gone through. I'm sorry it's so long, but anyway guys, I'm gonna end it on a happy note. So peace the freak out. I'll show you.
I'll show you.